And now sports with Chris Duerr from the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Sports Desk.
At this time last fall, Quincy Notre Dame was one of the biggest football anomalies in the state as a 4-win playoff qualifier. A year later, Jack Cornell's top-ranked Raiders are wearing perhaps Class 2A's biggest bullseye.
It makes a world of difference when you have 8 wins versus 4. And just what it does for the psyche of the team. I don't think that our guys feel worn down. I don't think they feel like, it's been a long year. I think that they're primed and ready for a run right now. I think that, they've put themselves in a position with how they work through the whole course of the year to be ready physically for these moments. And I think that when you win the way they do, they're also ready mentally as well.
As they embark on this postseason odyssey on Saturday, the Raiders can do so bolstered in the knowledge that they are one of the most battle-tested regular season teams in Quincy Notre Dame history.
I think that, again, every year we look at our schedule and we see how challenging it is. This year we've put ourselves in position to where we've had to win games, win tough games down the stretch. And I think that is, the mark of a championship team. I think that our guys have a lot of confidence right now. They're not overconfident. I think they're still understanding that we need to get better at some small things here and there. But I think that every year when we get to this position, we're battle tested, and this year certainly is no different.
But there's also confidence to be found in the Raiders doing such a strong job constructing and finding an offensive identity from August to now. That process aided by the security blanket that is the Raiders' uber-stingy defense.
I think that we knew coming into this year how special our defense was going to be when you consider the pieces that we had brought back from last year's team and even from the year before. We've got quite a bit of guys on that side of the ball that have been 3-year starters and making major contributions. I think that it does allow for us to take some more risks offensively that maybe we otherwise wouldn't be able to do. But I tell you, it's a lot of fun to watch that defense fly around and hit people and get the ball back and do all the things fundamentally that you want to see a defense do.
But also a credit to the work that unit did itself to get to this point.
It's fun to see the competition that guys have between themselves as far as who wants the ball the most and who can make something more special happen with it. It's fun as a play caller to be able to kind of pick and choose where and when you want to get the ball out. And again, I think that is really a manifestation of how these guys have worked and how committed they are to the process.
Which brings us Saturday to Flora.
I think these guys obviously have been in a position where they've won tight games. I think that they have put themselves obviously in this spot now with 5 wins to make this trip here to Quincy. And, these guys aren't coming here 4 hours away to lose. These guys want to win. They want to beat us. So we have to be at our best again Monday through Friday and be our best, play our best on Saturday.
They remind you of anybody?
They really remind me a lot of Lincoln and Jacksonville formationally and just what they do with the football. I think that they play hard and are downhill. They've got a good downhill run game and a good physical line. And a quarterback who's going to be the field general for them and distribute the ball how they see fit. Defense is stingy. They're going to be downhill. They're going to try to get after us, particularly at the line of scrimmage, and try to take away our inside runs as much as possible. So, for us, again, we just got to control what we control and put a hat on a hat and try to get the job done.
And hopefully the long road beyond it.
We put ourselves in this spot to be in the postseason every year, and we're not satisfied with just getting here. We want to make some noise, and I think that we've got guys on this team that have won a lot of big games and know what it takes, and they play in a program that's rich in tradition and history in the postseason. We want to try to put an exclamation point on the end of a special year that we've had so far, and that's going to come down to how hard these guys work through the week as they've been doing all year.
State ticket punching time for Holy Trinity tonight in a regional final, taking on Calamus Wheatland, who sounds like an old-timey bank robber or train robber. Holy Trinity leading 16-9. Presley Myers with a throw down there, and the Crusaders would close out set number 1 with this ace by Miss Myers as well. 25-12 at that point. Game number 2, much more interesting. The Crusaders down. Olivia Bedloggy with the cross-court kill to cut a huge lead down to 12-8. Holy Trinity would battle all the way back in game number 2 behind strong play from Adeline Cruzy to win that one 27-25. Holy Trinity trailed by 12 in set number 3. Again, it's Miss Cruzy doing her thing. And then a nice service ace coming up from Elizabeth Griffin to help. And the Crusaders would fight their way all the way back to win in 3 again. Down 12 at one point. They're headed back to state. Coming up on Tuesday at 8:25 against BCLUW. We'll have much more on the big win tonight. Some post game coming your way. tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Let's take a look now at the the Illinois side of things. In Class 1A tonight over at Camp Point Central, Brown County falls to Central in straight games. Unity will be the opponent for the homestanding Panthers in that title game as the Mustangs win at Dandy over Liberty 25-20, 24-26, 25-17. Southeastern, the top seed at Havana. And man, the Suns fans were spoiling for something fun in this one. Great start, at least in set number 1 in this one. Tegan Riggs serving up big-time points, and Kenzie Griswold helping out big time. She had a number of kills just like this in this set, and then it's Amanda Stevens' time. You know the All-Stater from her 4 years worth of works. She's still awfully good. More from Kenzie Griswold now, as this combination was dynamite. More from Miss Amanda Stevens as well, with authority right here to spot her team an early 12-1 lead. First set, all Southeastern, as they win 25-12. They had to gut it out in set number 2. But they would do exactly that and pull off the victory 25-20. Up next for Southeastern, the winner of tonight's Triopia Rushville Industry game. Triopia an upstart with a lot of good young talent. Rushville Industries football team there showing out, trying to show support early on. Great start for Triope in this one. Addison Roan with a changeup right here, and she does the bushwhacker dance at the back end of this to celebrate her point. A little bit later, it's Peyton Petefish serving up the ace in this one for Triope as they jump out to an early 4-0 lead. Rushville Industry would find some traction after getting down. It's Charlie Gerleman right here with the hard kill to break the run. Good stuff from the very talented Miss Gerleman here, who stars in many sports, but Lucy Dione and company would not be denied tonight as Triopia pulls off the victory 25-15, 25-17. Huge win for those ladies as well. And finally, let's talk a little basketball tonight on the women's college side of things. Exhibition for Western Illinois. Their second straight blowout Western win tonight. 90-43 is your final, and I'm all out of time.